Hey, we always live Elvis.
Hey, Memphis Mafia Kid and Teresa.
You're so weird.
Hey, y'all, we're back today. Start out, want to give a quick shout out to my buddy Daniel Fox. He's been with us since day one. Appreciate you, brother. Keep watching and staying with us. Also, good friend Stephen McCarty. A lot of you may know him. A lot of you may not. But just we want to
Keep him in our prayers.
keep him in our prayers. He's going through some little issues right now, but hey, Steve, it's tough, and know he's going to be fine.
We love you, and we're thinking about you.
That's right. We love you, brother. So just want to say something to you, and then let us know if you need anything. And with that, hey, let's bop into some daily questions.
Okay, this one is from Cody Brown. Do you think Elvis's spirit walks around Graceland?
Wow, here we go on the. I'm gonna. You're asking me of what I think, so I think it does. I really do, because Elvis loved Graceland so much, and that was his home. That was his relaxation place. That was his needed place. So yeah, I think I don't. I mean, it depends on what you believe, but I know how me and Teresa do. Spirit, presence, ghost, however you may want to look at it. But yes, I would almost, in my heart, think yes, if anywhere. And then I do know, just with family, with me, I know we've talked about it before, and probably get into it. And I've talked about it with Teresa a lot. Just different dreams or weird feelings, and yes, we all have them, but and we'll talk about some of those. But sometimes, I mean, it's almost like he's there in some ways, or he makes you feel or lets you know. I hope I'm coming, Teresa. Am I coming? Kind of, my mind can't.
Those times, like that time we went to Meditation Garden, did you kind of feel like I don't know, a goosebumpy type feeling when we were there?
Sure, remember, and we talked about it. And you do, and as a lot of you do, and you say, well, that's just your feelings, but and not really, like I said, we'll get into some more stories on it, but of times just maybe sitting alone, relaxing, like I said, in the man cave or wherever, and then that almost like the hair or the chills on your back, and I've even, like I've told in one video, felt a touch and stuff, and that's been throughout my life. As I know, I've talked with my parents. However, they do the EFM, so if they want to share some, stop it. I know
You stop.
Hey, I'm a ring in them hands.
You gotta do it. Give it the laugh that should go with it. You're like,
Man, I'm gonna tell you what, you're almost as bad as Linda D getting on the J. Boy. But yeah, I personally, I know in whatever ways, because it's the unknown, we don't know. But I think he's still there, I guess, in a sense, on feelings or whatever it may be. But I think if any place, he would be really, really felt. And I haven't been to Graceland in a long, long, long time, but I think it would be Graceland because of the love he.
that's kind of the place that grounded him, I guess.
Yeah, that was just. I mean, that was a place he just loved. But hey, that was a super great question. And appreciate that. Like I said, we may, if y'all, let me know. We may get into some of those stories if y'all would like to hear some. I mean, it's.
Okay, this one is from I Love Lucy and Golden Girls. Elvis was often given a hard time for his dancing. What do you think he would think of today's dancing? He probably would have thought his was pretty mild.
Man, well, hey, that's good. I was just fixing to say. I think, and I'm gonna put this. I think y'all all know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna put it since this is kind of a. I'd like to say respectful family channel. And I'll change the words a little bit. I think he would probably say, "What the hell?" Some dancing nowadays. I mean, and we're not. I mean, the moves, the grabbing yourself. I mean, he shook his leg, gyrated, moved his hips, quivered, whatever you want to call it. But I have seen some of today's dancing, and I mean, had he had done some of that during that time, he would have, probably went to jail. But I think he would have. He would have probably looked back and, like I said, "What the hell," and probably laughed about it and thought, just. But hey, that is a great question because, like I said, he, we all know he caught a hard time for that. However,
He'd probably have been amused by it. You think?
Yeah, I mean, his sense of humor. It would have been, he'd have been thinking, well, they was upset at me because of this, and now look at it today. But all in all, I think like I said, he'd have probably laughed about it. So.
All right, Monkey Dog's favorite son wants to know, who did you think was the toughest or most intimidating Elvis's bodyguards?
I didn't look at them like. Well, I did and I didn't. Let me say. I mean, you had Red, Sonny, Dick. Dave Stanley, different ones, Ed Parker, different ones that was considered bodyguards. I mean, Red, Sonny, and Dick, because of their size and the way they carried themselves, somewhat intimidating. But to know these guys the way that I knew them, they were lovable, fun guys. I mean, they were serious when it come to business. But, around, Graceland and home, and, it just, they were just everyday fun, loving men. I know.
Who do you think people who didn't know him would find the most intimidating?
I don't know. And I was going to talk about Dick. Dick, the way he carried himself, and of course, with his voice, and just the way he was and talked. If you didn't know Dick, I would probably say, as far as something like that, of him maybe coming up to you or saying something to you, talking to you, during that time, he would be, I would think, intimidating.
You didn't know him.
He was intimidating anyway, just the way he carried himself. But let me tell you something, especially about Dick, and he would probably put a foot in my butt right now, but he was a big teddy bear. If you knew him, and if he loved you, he would do anything in the world for you, and was just a super wonderful person, as all of them. So, but
me and Dick, we shared a birthday, so he's a Taurus, so
yes.
He's gonna be.
Yeah. Well, basically, what you're saying is y'all are hard-headed. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And hey, Melissa would agree with us.
Yeah.
So, by the way, hey, Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
We love you. Talk to you soon.
Okay, are we ready for the next question?
Hey, I'm ready for the next question.
All right, I'm gonna try and pronounce this right by what it looks like. It looks like Magnus Boy.
I seen that. We tried. I hope
Magnus
that's right.
Boy. Probably Magnus Boy. B-O-I Boy.
Magnus Boy.
Did you ever see Elvis emotional, like sad, or tears in his eyes, or crying?
I really never. When I read this question, I thought and tried to bring memories back and go. I can't. I never did. And probably glad I didn't, because I don't know how I would have been able to accept that or see that. Because to me, Elvis was superhero.
Superheroes have feelings too.
And I'm not saying that. You're exactly right. I mean, that he's human, and he was, and we've tried to preach that. I just always, though, Elvis was stronger than strong, and I hope, and like I said, in superheroes, idolized, and just, however, and like I said, I'll let Mom and Dad talk about. I mean, I've heard stories through my grandparents and my parents, and sure, he and they seen him, and they were with him. He, like we've talked about, he was human. Yeah, I mean, he hurt, he cried, he got emotional, he got angry, he had laughter. So, I mean, I guess what I'm saying is not trying to tell nobody nothing, but you take away the boom, I guess you would say, of Elvis Presley, the fame and all that. He was only a person like us, and like I've said a million times, had a heart that was bigger than this world. But that's about the best way I can.
All
Great
right.
questions today, by the way.
Cynthia Armstrong wants to know if you watched Elvis movies when you were young.
Cynthia, who didn't? Yes, we did, and we've talked a little about us, dressing up and playing, and I guess skits, like you would say, of Elvis and his bodyguards and being on stage and stuff. But yes, we like to watch Elvis movies and love the concerts. I know during that time limit Graceland, I would watch On Tour just over and over and over. I thought On Tour was just out of this world, and of course the Aloha from Hawaii. Same way. I mean, all of them are great. But then his movies, But yes, I mean, not, every single day, every single night. Because I mean, we're living at Graceland. I mean, But sure, we'd want to see him on TV or see him act or in a movie or something. So sure, we did. Like I'm sure a lot of other kids did, and loved every minute of it.
David Watson wants to know. He says, with Elvis loving football, do you think he would have gone to Nashville and watched the Titans play?
Again, and I love his questions on this, of what I think. And I think that definitely would have happened. The way he liked football. I think, because he did in Memphis, I think he would have actually tried, would have hooked up. Now, whether it had been every game, probably not. But when he wanted to, he would have had it worked out where he had access to a press box, and just like they did in Memphis at the Liberty Bowl, and would have carried who he wanted to carry, and watch some of the live football games. I definitely think that's would have definitely happened. So, and I keep saying definitely. It's like Shirley.
That's not as bad as your
Hey, let's don't start. No. Y'all, we're not going to. We are getting back and feeling a lot better. And Teresa's just about on my last nerve, so we probably
I'm ready for vacation.
We give you a little break on some
What have we
videos,
got,
but
3
probably
weeks?
I'm not going to be able to stand it. I am going to have to adjust her attitude on video. So
yeah, I'm gonna adjust something of yours.
Y'all be
you
ready.
ain't gonna like it.
So y'all be ready for that. Hey, guys, show you how it's done.
Yeah. Okay. On the next episode, we'll have a stand-in for Danny. He's still recovering.
Recovering from,
No.
I'll be in what do they call it, in the
Traction.
Yeah, in the trauma center.
Yeah. No. Y'all have a great week. I hope everybody has a great week, and
Yes, we do.
maybe Danny can
We
straighten out.
we love y'all. Like I always like to say, hey, keep it up. Send in them questions. Don't forget to subscribe and let us know what you think about us, about the videos. I mean, even if if it's ugly. I mean,
Well,
I've been
you could
called,
be- don't be like nasty.
But no, y'all, hey, look, We're going to get out of here. We'll see you again in a few days. Love you. And we always live Elvis.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching this episode of the Memphis Mafia Kid. Please subscribe and hit that like button. Got an Elvis or MMK related question? Post it under the comments and we may answer it in a future video. And don't forget to check out Mom and Daddy's channel, EFM Elvis Fans Matter.